guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wilson now off the bootleg. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 5.
Mike's by 4. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
On the Seahawks 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. Stepping up, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah, he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st and 10, Mills. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
1st down, San Francisco.
On 1st down, here's Breida. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
and I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. This is Breida. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Here's Breida. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And he's got some space here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Come on, fellas.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Seahawks first and 10 at the 38.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Fade Dorsett holds it in. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
It's now third down and 6.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
On third down, Wilson. Well, he's going to go for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Second down 6. At their 30-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Mills. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, Mills. This is Crowell on the catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Breda. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on third down. Mills. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. but that's one step in the proper direction.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, you're pretty happy with what you're seeing. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Mills. Goodwin able to haul it in. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. They run with Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check 52.
For Mike, 58 for Mike.
Get a roll. West. Let's see what you got. Chance. Check.
On the delay, here's Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Let's bring it. 64. Let's bring it.
Check it backer.
Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Wilson now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They run it again with Kamara. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Hey, Green 80. 57. Stay with your man.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
This is taken at about the 14. Touchdown, 49ers. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return, 86 yards. Now the 49ers have retaken the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. From the gun, Mills. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 31, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights. And Kamara has it stripped, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run forward, Breida. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Mills gets this one to Juszczyk. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Looking to throw. Mills forced out to it. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it cost him. They go play action here on first down. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Going for the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Second down to 6. At the 22-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From midfield now on second down, Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And able to find Dorsett. That's good for 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd down. Mills. It's caught by Crowell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. He's coming. Double up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That 2nd down run, a big help. As 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. They run again with Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Keep playing.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Here again is McKinnon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Mills. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And here's your ball game. Down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip. I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, this for the that haters, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip.
watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, 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 car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Every
counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.